link or the file for the Digital Ewok Massacre. Bryan remembers that. It's some of the only original music I have. I know I won't get sued for, but I can't really find it, and I don't know if I even kept it because it was pretty bad. Do we have anything for the pre-show?
No, just drop that intro.
Try to do something fun. It just sucks. I can't drop the intro. I'm stuck in the screen.
Boom, he's here.
I'm stuck. I'm stuck in the screen.
What up, sir?
What up, dudes?
You're stuck. Are you really stuck, Matt? Or
I'm really stuck in the screen.
Okay, so you need me to go live or what?
Yeah, I'm stuck.
Do the intro?
Yeah, do the drop. Do the drop. I'm stuck.
Doing the drop.
I'm really stuck. I don't know what
happened. And we're back. All right. Are we back, Matt?
Episode 120. Jordan's back. I'm grounded, but now I'm just like fucked because the damn window's open. Coffee's here. And Bryan, what's the croissants got to do with shit?
You said that I was a croissant bandit. I have no idea what a croissant bandit is. What's up, Kaufman? How are you, buddy?
What's up, dude? Wait. Matt, you're frozen? You don't look
was. He was fucking Mr. Freeze over here. Is he still frozen? Oh, no, he's fucking with us.
No, he looks good. It means good.
No, he looks frozen.
No, I don't think he is actually.
Is he fucking with us?
No, he's just fucking with us.
If he was fucking with us, this is impressive at this point.
He's coming back. Yeah, no, he's back. Look, there's another one.
Oh, wow.
Whoa. Yeah, you were frozen.
That was so trippy.
You were frozen, bro.
You disappeared and then came back. That was wild.
All right, do the...
Oh,
and we're back! Episode 120. I am your host, Muscleite. I am joined by my cohorts, Bryan Kern and Jordan Modro. And today we have James Kaufman of the Coffee and Sugar Podcast. How you doing?
Welcome back, buddy.
I'm happy to be back.
You have reached an upper tier of higher echelon guests that have appeared twice now on the show. You are among such ranks as Attack, The Undertaking. Is there anyone else? Oh, that guy we tried to cancel twice. No.
Memnock was on twice, correct? Or Nappy was.
No, Nappy's gonna be on twice.
I guessed it once and became a host.
Yeah, Jordan guessed it once before he officially became like a member.
Yeah.
So maybe you'll just be our next
Rickshaw.
Jordan. We'll ruin your current podcast and we'll absorb you.
Rickshaw has been on several times. Shout out to Rickshaw.
Rickshaw, at Wabone House.
How are you, gents? What's up? How's everybody's week going?
Wonderful Friday. Yes. I got my Twitter taken away. I beefed on Facebook.
Yeah, Matt beefed on Facebook, and he's grounded on Twitter. So our unpaid interns have taken over the Twitter. They're over there just.
It was quite the Friday.
Yeah, it was.
It was more so entertained by everything that, Matt was involved in. So.
What was that, James, Matt? Why don't you share with us?
James pointed the finger and said, "Hey, why don't you come look at this goofy old Linkin Park fan and how he's a big time plagiarist?" And just like, dude, he just told me to jump down this guy's throat, and I just attacked the shit out of him, bullied him, doxed him.
Hey, I will give respect where respect is due. This whole shit started last night, and Matt was like, "So what are you gonna do?" And I was like, "I don't fucking know." And this morning, Matt went fucking hambone on that page. And I was like, God damn it, Matt. And
welcome to our world, James. I'm not too sure.
All my friends find themselves in.
So chaotic.
You're aware of,
James, I was like,
the story you're about to tell is a tale as old as time. And I'm letting you know.
What? I respect Matt for this exact scenario. I don't know if that was the right move, Matt. And he's like, I was like, I don't know if I'm being a bitch. And he goes, no, you're being a bitch. And I was like, all right, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I'm being a bitch.
Wow, you just straight called Kaufman a bitch, bro.
Hey, no, and honestly, I respect
in less words
the shit out of that, but it was warranted because, at the end of the day, I was like, I don't know this guy from a fucking hole in the wall, and he's much bigger than what we are. At the end of the day,
on Facebook,
he's much bigger than we are.
Who is it? Give me a name so I can follow him or look at it at least.
I'm not gonna say his name, but it rhymes
Okay, give me the
with
profile.
Funery.
Okay.
You'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I mean,
All right.
long story short, like
I didn't tell Bryan about this all day because I didn't want
Nope.
to fucking nah.
What do I do? Listen, I just as I was explaining to James right now. James, you fed the info in there, okay? The minute the minute you give Matt a something, he's gonna run with it.
Oh no, you know what? I knew that, and but the thing is, this motherfucker brought Matt into the equation, and so I was just relaying information to Matt.
Oh, he did. What did he say?
You put my name in your mouth. You put my name in your mouth.
And I felt the need to relay the information that was brought up.
What did he say about Matt?
He was gonna
put my name in his mouth.
He was gonna put him to the test, whatever that means.
Oh yeah, he said he was gonna take me to task.
Yeah, but long story short, like
okay,
this guy,
the weakest threat I've been told this year.
He came at me, and I was just like, "Yo, bro, like, we're just chilling." So I was communicating with Matt all day about like what the hell this guy was saying. And
meanwhile, I was shit talking this guy for hours.
I'm gonna fucking like cutthroat this guy immediately in the morning at like fucking 8 a.m. Just leaves this review of just like go fuck yourself.
Matt left a review. Oh, where is it?
Dude,
I need to see this shit.
I was like, Matt, you gotta edit that shit. Stop. You gotta edit that shit. But
okay. That was version 1 of the review.
But at the end of the day, Matt was like, this guy doesn't fucking matter. He can't do anything to you. It is what it is. And me being, I'm gonna say, like, I was ignorant to like, I don't know the fucking law. Like, I don't know the law. I don't know what this guy can do with his 131,000 fucking followers on Facebook.
Like, can I read it? Can I read it? Can I read it?
I mean, go for it. Like, at the end of the day, it's like, I don't know.
I don't give a shit. That's not even the bad one, dude. I deleted the bad one and rewrote it.
Dude, I went back to like read the review that you wrote, the buddy of mine, and I was like, oh shit, there's a new one.
Oh yeah. This one doesn't talk about any mental defects.
But anyways, it was quite the Friday because the CNS army kind of like culminated and just like went ham bone on this one post. So to give
people going real hard.
Bryan, we posted on Wednesday a tribute to Chester. It was the 5-year anniversary of his death, and we're just like, hey, this makes sense. Like, so we made a post and we put, you know, in the article itself, like each person's song by Linkin Park that really, I guess, stood out. It was like the song that they liked the most. And it was like a paragraph and then the songs. Okay. And then the headline was 5 years ago, we lost the voice of a generation, with a photo of Chester in like the crowd. And it was like a really cool photo, whatever. And yesterday, like morning, I guess, I like saw that this publication put out this same exact post. What are you showing us right now, Matt?
Keep going. Doesn't matter. Keep going. Just keep talking.
And
I'm sorry, guys.
He put out this post that was like Chester Bennington, voice of a generation, with the same like article photo that we used. Like it was essentially like identical. And like
the dude like jacked off their article. He was a biter.
He posted ours first. He posted his second.
There was a 5-hour gap between the article getting jacked and when he got called out, instead of just saying,
"Oh, he's getting roasted for it." There's so many people calling him out.
Instead of just saying it's a coincidence, because it could have fucking been a coincidence. It could have been a coincidence all goddamn time since 8 o'clock in the fucking morning.
Absolutely, but. So one of our contributors, photojournalist Justin, like I sent him a screenshot of both of them. I was like, hey, look at this shit. And he was just like, I'm going to comment some shit. And I was like, okay, go for it. And so he did.
That was nicer than what I put.
Oh, I'm on it right now.
And it was just like, hey, this is very similar to something I just recently seen or whatever. And with the screenshot of our post. And
instead of just saying coincidence or like anything could happen, or the very likely fact that when it comes to in other cases of their posts, that most people like us, I don't know why we got disregarded, like we don't get these press releases. You get a press release about Trivium, you get the same picture and the same news. You're supposed to break it down in your own words, unless you really fucking suck at your job. And so it's kind of like copy the homework, but you know, make sure you change enough words. And they didn't change enough. But in this case, it's an unprovoked article. It's not coming from a PR. It's fucking this guy, James, sharing it. And it's getting the whole like idea about the post and the picture taken. So instead of just getting called out and saying, oh, coincidence, I could believe that, it turned into this big old beef, and he threatened suing people that he couldn't sue. And the reason I wanted to step in and interject myself so badly in this beef, more so than any of our high school beefs, Bryan, and you know me well on this, is because he was being told the same crazy lunatic rhetoric that I got told when I went after lunatics like Mikey Sawyer and Ronnie Radke. They say outlandish, unproven things to you. They threaten legal action that could never possibly happen. And they're praying that you either don't know the law, or in Ronnie Radke's case, hoping that I'm some creep and had something in my past and just says a bunch of outlandish shit.
And
so I wanted to step in because it's like,
how we doing, Ronald?
Fucking Ronnie. It's like, dude, James, you did nothing wrong in what you said and called him out for, and there's nothing they could sue for. And so it was just outlandish that he said that and tried to like make him crazy. I didn't mean to open the show with this. I was going to totally open with like some 50 Cent news or something.
Right into the shit.
I mean, you brought me in, so it was the topic of the day, Matt. So
well, that's why we brought
apparently,
James in,
I guess
basically I ruined all his PR for the day, and I owe him one.
So, I mean, long story short, like, we didn't do anything wrong. I mean, it came back to, like, I mean, realistically being...
What James is trying to say is Chester's dead. People get over it.
Yeah, I mean... God.
And he's back.
We made a post. It looked like this person copied it. Someone made a comment, and then it just blew up. He came into my DMs telling me that like legal shit could happen, and I'm just like trying to de-escalate, be like, oh no, dude, we Gucci, bro. Like,
we're big into the beef here. We just don't back down, and I want to encourage other podcasts to never back down, especially from fucking lunatics, man.
We actually like solving our problems with like words, and people are really bad at that. And I think we put them on the spot, especially
and actions screens, too. Sometimes they get doxxed.
Yeah, the screen, this little thing that we have in front of us just allows people to furiously just like, hey, come on. We want people to come on. I want you to come on. I want people to come on and like, what do we call it, Matt? Like, plead your fucking case. Come on and plead your case. We'd love for people to come over here and come on our show and plead your fucking case. Let's talk it out. Let's talk it out.
Well,
that's all we want to do. Let's talk it out.
Unless you're done with him.
This morning I was uneasy, and then I said, Matt, I don't know if I'm being a bitch or not, and Matt goes, you are, and I go, yeah, you're right.
I injected this man with confidence, confidence.
You probably injected him with a little bit more than that. You may want to go get tested.
Toxic James. PR for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, I could.
And hey, now you know not to poke the bear, don't you, James?
Yeah,
now you know not to feed the animals in the cages, huh?
Hey,
that's why we don't do that.
I told Matt, I was like, this is CNS's first internet beef. Papa would be proud, and it was what it was.
Bappa? Did you say Bappa would be proud?
I said Papa.
I thought we were talking about. I thought we were giving a schlobism out.
Dude, he lost his podcast beef virginity. I mean, give him some props. You know, it wasn't just in the backseat of some car. You know.
Yeah.
And I feel like I was a wingman there. I feel like I made it happen.
You live for that.
Oh man, I do. God, I live vicarious through you people. Let's get into some news. This is something that James can relate to because pretty soon you're going to have to retire. Vince McMahon suddenly announced his retirement on Twitter tonight. Not on television, not through his hit TV shows that air on multiple networks. No, he decided to tweet it out. Age 77, it's time. I'm retiring. What the hell is this man going to even do? And he doesn't know what to do outside of work. The man allegedly, according to him and all his people, allegedly Vince McMahon sleeps 3 hours a night. That he works on the show. But how do you live that way?
77 years old.
How do you live that way?
Okay.
And we all know the real reason that he's stepping away is that he paid a total of $12 million in hush money to an unnamed female talent on the show.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
that's a great fucking photo. That is a great.
I love how it's just like
yes, it's beautiful. There's no background.
I don't know who they're saying, but they've narrowed it down. They think it's a redheaded talent on the show who was cut around the time, and it just so happens to probably be Christy Hemme. So that's where she went, and so Vince is now retiring. Yeah, he's probably headed to Boca. No, I don't know where the fuck. But I think, look, this is sad, and I don't want this to be true because our boy is going down in flames. I mean, this man provided our childhood. Like, I mean, how many boobies did we see because of Vince? How much bloodshed did we see because of Vince? Okay, we owe him a lot. I mean, look, Vince is probably like our fucking Jesus.
Fully die because of Vince.
Yeah, bro, I took a fucking couple elbows.
Is this like Joe Paterno going down in flames? That once you take away his football team, the man's gonna die because I don't want Vince to die this way, man. I always wanted Stone Cold to kill him.
Here's my take on that, and I don't want this to sound any more grim than what Matt just said, but hear me out, guys. Over under 5. Okay, under the number 5, the number of years Vince makes it before he dies.
Under.
I don't even know how old this guy is.
77 years old. He's 77 years old, cock full of fucking roids. Cock full of roids. He is just, he's the most cock
allegedly.
He's the most, allegedly, Matt? He's the most,
been threatened.
Did you see him on Muscle and Fitness? Did you see him on Muscle and Fitness in 2015 at 70, just loaded? What do you mean? Loaded, son.
But he's rich.
I am going to go with 80.
This crazy magical shit that they can like take that makes them live longer. Like there's a
he has it for sure. Getting pumped straight into his veins.
So it's like he's probably gonna live to like probably 85.
No, he's away from his passion, like Matt said. He's away from his passion.
He's steroids, and this is what came up.
Yeah, son, look at him, fool. Jacked. What do you mean he's not on steroids?
But that was a long time ago.
Do the Muscle and Fitness neck.
This just looks so photoshopped. That's not even funny.
No,
it's not even
like that's the sad part.
Do the Muscle and Fitness cover. Do the Muscle and Fitness Vince McMahon cover.
Those ones were better than the.
No, get to that cover. Just pull it up. Let's see this thing. Look at that, son. 70 years old. Look at his back, dude. Look at his fucking back. You mean to tell me he's fucking flipping tires? No, that fool's injecting all the Mexican supplements.
He's definitely doing steroids.
It looks like he got one of those like neck pads like put in his fucking like inside of him. Like
he's not doing shrugs. Are you kidding me? What is he picking up? Fucking 5 gallons of what?
I mean,
he's shrugging.
He looks like
you have to remember. He's got access to like the best athletic and workout facilities ever, like around the clock. Because when he's
also has access.
If he goes back to the office in Stanford, they have the equipment there too, and boom, he just works out and then sleeps allegedly 3 hours.
Rich.
Like a
he's
fucking
also got
vampire.
Homeboy.
He has access. He has access to the best everything. He's fucking rich.
But the thing is he's not. He never spends his money. His money's always in the fucking company. He's not doing anything else.
He just spent $12 million on it on something
to get his dick sucked by like 2 different chicks. Imagine the ratio of money we've spent to get our dick sucked by one, and he spent 12. Dude, that's like $6 million a blowjob.
Yeah, it is.
Mo money, mo problems.
That's one way to look at it.
Well, or it could have been 6 million. It could have been, $6 million for like 100 blowjobs. Could have been a lot of blowjobs.
I'm just saying, if they're not getting paid evenly, Christy Hemme had to have gotten the higher portion. Because come on, dude.
I will say
they don't call her Christy Hemme for nothing. Wah!
Jesus,
heavy engine. She's fast. Well,
yeah, I was just gonna say, let's get him out of here. Let's get him out of here. Yeah, let's just remove him from the equation.
Chill out for a minute. He's doing stuff from backstage.
Anybody want to give like their favorite Vince McMahon moment? I have mine.
Dude, I'm so disconnected from like
Back in the day. Give us one back in the day.
Every time he got stunned,
he was in movies, right? Like
Vince?
Was he?
Yeah, he was in movies at some point, right?
Vince McMahon was in a fucking
cameo.
movie. No way.
Maybe
No,
a cameo.
Anything that motherfucker was in.
What Mick Mahon? That's right.
No, it's
we make movies.
No, he was in a movie at some point. I know he was.
Okay, you don't have a favorite moment.
No, absolutely not.
Every time Stone Cold gave him the stunner.
Dude.
I'll say when Bret Hart spit in his filthy fucking face.
That was nice.
Yeah.
When that happened.
I own WCW. Yeah, that was a good moment.
Everything
He also did the "You're fired" tagline.
You're fired.
Honestly, like I'm so disconnected from wrestling. The last time I watched wrestling was when X-Pac was still wrestling.
That's my era.
I like
Attitude Era.
That's when I watched it.
Honestly,
Actually,
I don't watch that shit anymore.
Like, man, this kind of sucks. So
Xbox didn't die, but Xbox still was wrestling like last year.
What about when fucking
didn't he like fall off like a fucking like?
That was Owen Hart, sir.
That was Owen Hart, and I was watching that one live. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Well,
that shit was
I apparently know nothing, so
I can show you a video of a guy that like fell off a scaffold through a table and he didn't die.
Fucking homeboy that New Jack threw off the table.
Bro, real life
falling off a ladder.
X-Pac got his hepatitis cured and was able to return to the ring. That's a true story. Look it up.
What? Are you ready for this one?
I'm not making that up.
True or false? X-Pac has a fat schlong.
For
as little as he was. True or false?
It had to be.
Oh, slanging.
What kind of shit are you guys on tonight?
He was in the sex tape with China, but we should never be.
Coffee don't know what to say. He looks stunned.
This was not on the list of topics I gave him.
I'm talking.
I pulled up the list of topics and I was like, okay, Vince McMahon, cool.
I didn't put
you got a list of topics, motherfucker? What the hell?
Like, listen, the only reason I bring that up because we can't segue into a topic I did have real quick. Yesterday on Reddit, a trending article was that during a scene of a movie that Willem Dafoe was in, they had to use a body double to show his penis because Willem Dafoe's penis apparently is just gargantuan inside.
I just recently heard that.
Yeah.
Where did that come from? Like
it was real. They had to get the reason is the staff was confused. They said they had to remove Willem Dafoe and not show his actual penis because it was causing confusion. Like people on set were like, "What is going on? His wiener is too big. Like we can't do this." Like they were just they. That's what the article said. It was confusing.
I just don't know what to do anymore.
It was confusing.
There's a huge cock on set.
Yeah, it was. It caused
everyone
confusion.
Just dropped their shit. Didn't know what to do. Also, it's been reported the other chick that Vince McMahon was with might have been.
What the fuck?
Nice. Welcome back, Jordan. We're so glad you're here.
Chaos. Absolute
I love
chaos.
.png files. Rosa Mendez.
Yes, they are. All right.
Man, that 07 era had a lot of garbage in it. Okay, so here's a story that the interns have not filled me incorrectly on. Apparently, 50 Cent is... Brian, I swear to God, if you cough into that motherfucking microphone. 50 Cent is apparently working on a horror movie. I don't know why. I don't know what. I don't know how. But apparently during the filming of this horror movie, it was so brutally gory that the cameraman fainted.
What?
That's sushi.
Yeah, it is.
That's cut up red rain boots. That ain't shit. I don't know what that is.
Listen.
But yeah.
So what do
we think about the 50 Cent horror movie that I have no information on?
I mean, if I get a trailer and it looks good, I'll go see it. Like,
good look, bad look.
I mean, Danny McBride's making fucking Halloween movies. Everybody's getting into the horror genre. Like, Jordan Peele was in the fucking. He made the last two. He wrote them.
Jordan Peele's fucking movie's been great, though.
David Gordon Green directed them, and him and Danny McBride wrote the last two Halloween movies that came out, and they're doing a third one.
Speaking of Peele, his new movie comes out today. Nope.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Everybody's gone over to the horror genre. So
that is true. Yeah, it's a popular genre.
I should go over to the horror genre.
It is a very popular genre. Speaking of horrors, I have something. I meant to pop this in last week. I meant to pop this in last week and I didn't get to, but we finally got a poster of the Pooh horror movie.
Oh,
Blood and Honey.
Is that real?
It is, bro.
That's
We shared. It is.
It's real.
Listen, we shared the
It's 100%
stills.
real.
They have stills that they released.
I have a hard time believing it
of the costumes, but it's legit. It's a Winnie the Pooh horror movie that they're making because it's what is it? It's
the
Winnie the Pooh is now public domain.
Public domain.
Oh, so that's why they can do it.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody was telling me like, yeah, Mickey Mouse is eventually going to be public domain. I'm gonna be like,
no,
that's
like a year or two. Like he's gonna go public, and it's like people are gonna lose their shit.
Yeah.
It's a fucked up world we live in.
I wonder if Disney will still continue to use Mickey Mouse after that.
I mean, can they not is it once it becomes public domain? Can they not like rebuy the rights to it like immediately? Like, or is there like?
I think there's a period where it has to be public domain for the sake of like.
Hey, that was fam. That's part of the Coffee and Sugar team.
Is he part of your fam?
No, he's 1/4 of Coffee and Sugar.
So ridiculous.
Shout out to fam.
What is he? The cream?
Shout out fam.
No, he does the business side of Coffee and Sugar.
So what is he? The mug?
He made sure that we had a bank account. That's what he did. Well,
Matt.
He got our LLC too, so I'll give him that as well.
It's not my fault everyone hates us, but it is my fault.
No, Fam's great. Fam handles all the business side of what we do.
Trivia question: Which number marriage is Jennifer Lopez on right now?
6.
4. Is that
4.
what Matt's saying?
Yeah,
it is number 4.
That's what's up. That's
Mark
Anthony, Ben the first time, and that other punk motherfucker we didn't care about when she was in those banging movies.
Nope, never married to Ben Affleck originally. Only engaged to Ben Affleck. She was married to Mark Anthony.
Did she marry Alex Rodriguez?
Was married to A-Rod.
That's
She was also previously married. Okay, so check this shit out. Let's dial this back in. Okay, I went through the record. She's had like 6 serious relationships as J-Lo's been doing her thing. Okay, 6. Now I just had to do a little bit of research. Me and the chick were talking. J-Lo is known for like bouncing around with pretty high stature guys, right? And always getting real serious.
Girl.
Always getting real serious though. Engaged and married several times, which I mean, you don't have to be right. It seems like she falls in love easy. And what brought it back to me was that it is kind of romantic that fucking her and Ben Affleck. What? Oh, dang! You had to go get the fucking A-Rod rep. Okay, yeah.
You have an A-Rod jersey?
Wait, you're wearing an A-Rod jersey with a?
Throw that out.
Why?
I was going to, but the truck.
Throw that out.
But the disabled veterans truck hasn't come by.
You know what I think of now when I think of Alex Rodriguez now? That part in fucking I think the other guys when they're like, you shot Derek Jeter, and the guy in the background goes, you should have shot A-Rod. That's what I think of now when I think of Alex Rodriguez.
Why do you have a Raiders hat on, Matt?
Because I'm
a
Raiders fan from California. What do you want from me?
Huge.
Yeah, he's
you
from
want
the
me to put a Yankees hat?
I mean, I want you to just take the Yankees jersey off and go back to whatever you had or something else, just not the Yankees.
Go back to whatever it was.
Yeah, like can we go back that little like
rewind Matt? Can we rewind Matt back to like fucking 2004?
Hold on, guys. I got this.
Okay. What is that?
What if I just could do that? Just
rewind Matt.
No,
still got the jersey on. What's he doing?
And I'm back.
No, he just went to a New York hat. He just went to New York.
Matching hat. You know what? I respect that at least.
This is a 2-minute topic. A 2-minute topic, and he went and changed wardrobes for it.
Yo, dead ass done.
That's dedication.
Let's go get us some J-Lo done.
Did y'all ever see Screwball, the documentary about the cheating scandal in baseball, and how the fucking how literally the fucking Florida, you could go to a doctor's and they were literally write prescriptions and you would walk next door to a warehouse and just get a bunch of anabolics injected into your butt. And the doctor that was working with A-Rod, I guess, was like the fucking guy, the kingpin guy. And fucking, he goes,
that was going nowhere. That was going nowhere, Brian. You didn't know the guy's name?
My favorite A-Rod memory.
We were just
he did all the steroids.
Just throw out, man. Throw it out.
All right. So, in other more positive news, the case against Ricky Martin has been dismissed. I know, Brian, you were praying on this one. You didn't want old Ricky to go to Puerto Rican prison over this shit.
I don't see how he's not.
Ricky was accused of domestic violence and having an incestuous relationship with his nephew. And of course, that didn't happen, people, because Ricky Martin, look at that man. He doesn't fuck nephews. Nephews come after him, okay? Nephews fuck Ricky Martin, not the other way around. You people are disgusting with these accusations.
I think that's what this what the result of this accusation went to prove is that Ricky Martin actually didn't come after his nephew. It was a consensual relationship, from what it seemed like. And yeah, Jordan, I forgot you weren't here last week. Yeah, he was facing 50 years. Or 50 years.
Wait. So this is like legit. Like he had
last week. Yeah, he was legit. If he got, but they dropped it because it was like consensual. Yeah, people thought it was like incestual rape or something. But yeah, it was consensual, and it was his nephew, which is,
this is your fourth fucking wardrobe change. For the love of God,
you're wearing something different now.
Where's the Ricky Martin shirt?
This is about to just be. Is that a Boldy shirt?
I did give away the Ricky Martin shirt to the disabled veterans. So
is that shit? Hell yeah, 227.
What else?
Block works. What else?
Hey, but there's definitely some homeless veteran around the block rocking my Ricky Martin shirt and my Menudo t-shirt.
I have been off of I haven't really been on social media for the last couple of weeks and shit. I've missed so much. This is one of them. Like, people are like, "Do you see this?" And I'm like, "No."
Yeah. Same day.
Yeah, if you haven't caught up with Ricky Martin, then my nephew spiel probably.
Same day they announced that Cain Velasquez up to 20 years with his shit.
Gonna get up to 20.
Mm-hmm. They both were the same day. We covered it. We were like, "Yo, this is a prison show at this point because everybody's getting locked up."
It would have been way better if Cain Velasquez just shot Ricky Martin's nephew and then.
My God.
No, that's not funny. No, keep Ricky Martin away from Cain Velasquez's kid. No, that's not funny.
He'll turn your ass into Menudo for real, dog.
He'll turn your ass into Menudo. Okay.
I don't think Cain will get 20.
They should free that man.
No.
They should give him free shots at that dude.
Jordan, 20 to life. Not 20.
I don't even think he's going to get that.
My cousin got 20 to life, and
that's like the judge just wants to make an example of him.
Oh, I think he is. I think he clearly.
I would imagine that judge has kids and is going to kind of know something. You know what I mean? I would be willing to bet he gets 5 years. 5
for life,
and he'll probably serve 3. Get out and be under some shit.
I like how we just glossed over the Vince. We had enough respect for Vince, and we roast everybody and just give everybody.
Look, I know we're the show that cancels people and talks about abuse. I know. This is our favorite band now, so we're gonna ignore it, just like all you motherfuckers.
We fucking didn't go in on Vince and how he's 77 years old and for whatever reason still getting his dick hard, which is fucking miraculous. I cannot.
But I mean, let's
give it up for him.
Who cares about it?
He's 77.
Who cares?
If the person is 35, 40, 50, at the end of the day,
what, James? At the end of the day, what? Say it.
What are we trying to argue here? What are we trying to argue?
I'm just listing how impressed I am with how easy we went on Vince. We didn't give him a hard time. We loved him.
Get it?
I just, I can't believe we glossed over that. I can't believe we glossed over the
guilty.
Fact that he's 77 years old. Just
he retired. He retired. He's faded from fucking. He doesn't.
We're worried about the man dying. If it was
he paid out his money, he did it.
I don't have to worry.
I don't give a fuck about Vince McMahon anymore.
He can just fucking nope. Yeah, we don't give a fuck.
Go off and discuss that and go
retire
fuck
via
off
Twitter
life and live with the shame of whatever you fucking did. I don't care. I just don't care.
Yeah, right off into the sunset.
You fucked up, Vince.
I mean, yeah, dude, it's a shitty way to go out. He tarnished his legacy. The man was supposed to die in that chair one night. We were supposed to get a really odd ending to a match. A bunch of people rush backstage, and then you read on the dirt sheets, like, at that commercial break, Vince just died backstage. Holy shit, oh my god. They work it into an angle, and you're like, oh my god, the Vince death angle was the fucking best shit of the year. He fucking died for that shit. And now we're not going to get that, dude. He fucking got a $12 million double blowy. Sucks. That's how he's going out. No death angle. Going out two blowies.
You don't think he'll be back?
He's living my fucking sophomore year fantasy. Good for him.
Imagine, Jordan? He just comes back as a part of some real life ass storyline. He's just like, I'm back.
No, he's gonna go. Listen, he's gonna stay out of the fucking public eye for a couple of years, like everybody does when they get into some fucking bad press.
Yeah, we saw this coming, by the way. It's not like it's a surprise. We knew
like Travis Scott is starting to play shows again.
Well, yeah, but I mean, that's.
But you know what I'm saying. Like, I'm just using that as an example. Like he got removed. He needed to take a step back from the public eye because some crazy shit happened with him, and then he's gonna come back into the fucking thing. I guarantee you, Vince McMahon will do the same fucking thing because that's what everybody does when they get into some shit in this kind of industry.
Nah, he's too old.
No, he's the man supposed to die in that chair. He ain't done yet.
It's always one of those things where it's like something bad will happen, and then time will go on. I mean, look, I mean, I know this isn't in the agenda per se, but like think about like Tyler Carter. Tyler Carter and Emerald Royce just dropped like an 8 or 9 song EP today, right? Like,
yeah,
but not too long ago, he was canceled for and Issues was destroyed for.
He's still canceled. His fan base took a tremendous hit. It's like a fourth of what it used to be.
Absolutely, but like he still has followers and whatnot.
Yeah,
but it's one of those things. It's like this guy went out of the scene for however many months. He slowly creeped himself back in, and he created Emerald Royce, and he's been slowly.
But see, Vince doesn't have to do something like that, right? Tyler Carter does.
I mean,
he's still young. He still has to make money.
Vince created our childhood, dude. He's got a power over a ton of people our age.
Yeah, but he might have created somebody else's.
Granted,
you know how many fucking people loved Issues and shit. I'm not saying it on a WWE level, but like they were still they were a big deal. What was me and shit like that? There's somebody else's childhood. Like,
God damn, dude, if that's your childhood and not like your middle school years,
dude, we really do sound like our fucking parents now. Like, oh, look at the younger generation's music, huh? Like, we're at that point, guys.
I like that shit. So I mean,
we're gonna hate on all that shit.
I don't know.
What's he like, little baby?
I mean, let's be real. Like the generation itself is like, we're gonna worry about something for like 2 weeks, and then after 2 weeks pass, we're gonna forget about it, and then we're on to like the next thing, and then like 3 or 4 months later, Tyler Carter's gonna creep back into the music industry, and people are gonna start following it again. Like it is what it is. It happens all the time. And
this is true to a certain extent.
Like,
I think
let's talk
there's
about
an algorithm involved with that like when you have a certain amount of money, people like pay attention to that shit way more, so you can't get away with it as much. Tyler Carter is a thousandaire. Used to be. He's probably living off someone else's money, maybe a relative or mom or something, but like, trust me, that dude's got to be broke somewhere.
I mean, and maybe possibly, I don't know. But think about it. Like you got everything.
I'm putting it out there. Fuck it. Tyler Carter's broke. I said
that's going on with Tillian right now, and Dance Gavin Dance still going on tour, still putting out the album. Rise Records is still promoting it, and everything. Like they're acting like nothing happened. Tillian's gonna slowly.
Their fans already don't give a shit.
Himself right back in, like nothing ever happened. It happens all the time. Like literally. The span of like thoughtness of the general public is like 2 weeks, and that's it.
Where are we going?
After 2 weeks, it doesn't matter because we're on to the next scandal, the next whatever. Like it just is what it is. Like it's
just gonna be the news cycle for this week, and no one's gonna care that Vince retired next week.
Kind of, yeah.
No, yeah. I clearly don't care. So.
It's kind of how
I'm just saying, like, dude, we have such a short attention span as people now. Like, so it's just like we get like when you're sorry, I'm like lost my train of thought. When you're like paying attention to all that stuff and you have all of this just horrible stuff shoved in your face, like, and just bad news and this and that and this and that, like, it's kind of just like like you kind of just have to process it all as you go. And like, there's so much bad shit going on that like, it's hard to do that sometimes. Like,
hey, we got
you care about what you care about. Like, so
you can only focus on so much shit at one time as a person. Like, or you're overwhelmed by it all.
We got deep and introspective on a conversation that was brought up about Vince being able to keep it up. I just want to let you guys know that we went that deep and that passionate. And the original thing was like, hey,
that's because nobody wanted to fucking talk about Vince's dick anymore.
I mean, but did we?
Well, because I didn't want to talk about Xbox dick anymore that Bryan brought up.
Well, we also talked about William Dafoe and like who wants to talk
this
about that?
Record.
Like,
this is a
Dafoe's dick.
This is a record setting.
Half of this episode has been about dick.
For sure. I love it. Are we gonna talk about that Disneyland brawl? And okay,
yeah,
I have
any graphics?
What is this?
No, graphics I couldn't because it's video and it's all fairly shaky. But there was a gigantic brawl. I have it all. There was a gigantic brawl at Disneyland between two families. One family was completely decked out, matching clothes, white shirts.
Oh, they deserved it.
They went Disney. They went full, and it was straight chaos. It was just you guys have to go onto YouTube, Twitter.
You're gonna get a live reaction.
Yep, you're gonna watch it. It's fucking pretty crazy. Make sure you do the recent one. It's fucking crazy. People are just doing a bunch of incorrect punches and kicks. It's fucking hilarious. Brings me to my next question. Who are you fighting at a Disneyland, and in what part of the park are you fighting them in? One person.
Bryan, best question. Oh my.
Yep. Who are you fighting at Disneyland? You can only pick one opponent. Who are you fighting, and what area of the park are you fighting them in? Go. Matt might have to think about this. He loves Disneyland and he loves fighting, so that might be why he's evolved.
Star Wars. I'm fighting you in the Avengers place. Like,
okay. All right. Who are you fighting? Who's your opponent?
Who am I fighting?
Yes. Who are you fighting? Who's your opponent for this? And why is it Vince McMahon? Just kidding.
I'm watching this right now. Hold on.
James, have you ever been to Disneyland?
No. What, Disneyland or Disney World?
Either. Have you ever been to either?
I've been to Disneyland before.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Been to Disney World.
Who are you fighting at Disneyland, and in what part of the park?
Does it matter who?
Yeah, you have to pick an opponent because you don't just fight anybody at Disneyland. It has to be a special. I'm challenging you August 20th at Disneyland. It's got to be a big ass fight. You're not just facing anybody.
So it's not just like a character.
No, so nobody's fighting.
Who are you fighting? Yeah, real life person. Who do you got to gripe with? So
there we go.
You're choosing to fight them at Disneyland.
It's probably Bradley Dillon, but
okay,
I mean, that's just me.
That's fair. Bradley Dillon challenge has been tossed out there.
Wow, you're definitely getting sued for that.
Dude, this is so hilarious.
Did you see Homeboy walk up and just throw that crooked ass punch, Jordan?
Yes.
What? Matt, what about you, sir? Who
I
you
have
fighting?
two answers. Okay, one is I would deck the shit out of Youngblood in Critter Country, mostly because I'd probably bear hug him to death. Also, I want to annihilate Ben Stiller in New Orleans Square. I mean, just absolutely beat the living piss out of Ben Stiller because he hasn't made a good movie since Zoolander, and I want all my goddamn fucking money back. And I'm gonna beat it out of him in New Orleans Square, and then I'm gonna get some chowder.
Yeah, all right.
You leave Ben Stiller alone right now.
Jordan, who are you fighting?
I could have said Adam Sandler, but he made uncut jobs.
Yeah, if I catch you. If I catch you trying to fight Ben Stiller at Disneyland, I'm fighting Matt. Like, what's up? You leave Ben alone.
Who you fighting,
dude, I don't know.
No one wants to fight in Tomorrowland, I noticed. And no one,
I haven't gone yet.
I'm just uppercutting Kylo Ren at Star Wars campus. Like,
Kylo Ren.
We'll go with that. I'm just going to uppercut Kylo Ren for no reason and take his lightsaber because I just really want it.
Jordan wants to fight the entire red jumpsuit apparatus.
I think I might fight like 2008 Matt.
We can just fight. Wait, hold on.
Yes,
we can fight
anybody.
I thought this was we had to fight a Disney character.
No, a real person. Like who's your real? Who
I picked Ben Stiller.
Yeah, he picked Ben Stiller. What
and Youngblood. Neither one of them are in Disney movies. I hope. Make sure Youngblood is in Disney movies.
Who am I fighting?
You think about it.
On a side note, I did get thrown out of Critter Country for hugging Winnie the Pooh too much because they thought I was trying to fight him. I was not trying to fight Winnie.
It's just trying to hug. I would go back and fight 2008 Matt in the line at the Indiana Jones ride.
Wow, is that where you like lost your patience with me?
In the line.
That was a long line that night.
Did we ride it together? No, it wasn't. It was short because it was grad night. We got on like twice.
Well, Pirates was long.
Pirates
we made up by then.
Yeah, we did. We were cool.
Wait, you said
notice I said 2008 Matt. Yeah, 2008 Matt. Yeah.
Oh man, so you hated me more like post beef, the second beefing.
The beefing. The beefing. That is great.
Huh. Wow. I just love that. I hate.
No, I just threw that out there, Matt. Don't get deep.
It's kept true to the name. You know, like it's kept true to what it is.
What? Disneyland, the happiest place on earth?
No. The fact that I hate the scene has kept true to actually hating the scene.
Oh yeah, we hate everybody.
And each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We don't hate each other, Matt. It was a joke. I just said it to be funny.
No. It was good.
Matt.
No.
Oh,
Shut up. It was good. It was a good joke. I'm not mad. Bryan, I'd maybe want to like European uppercut your fucking head off. Doesn't seem to come to mind at the moment. 2009, but maybe if I
for
think
sure not 2007, Bryan. Just booted you out of the band.
Dude, 2009, I was in like 10th grade, 10th grade.
Me and Matt were in our third relationship.
Yep.
In 2009, we were.
Yep. On our third beefing.
21, and then our fucking third beef. No,
yep.
I'm just kidding.
We were in separate bands. I always made sure that Bryan never got booked in Palm Springs, and he made sure to try and get booked elsewhere. And you replaced me with a 16-year-old, and I hate you.
He wasn't 16.
And I'm pretty sure that was the time when I used to like eat pills at band practice. So it's just different people back then, dude.
We also helped you move out of your house like a week before.
You helped me.
Helped you run away from home.
Run away from home when I was 19, 20, adult age. You helped an adult run away from home.
Run away from your house.
This is real deep, guys.
Yeah, we're getting way off. We're getting way off in the weeds, man. Can we?
Oh no, we're getting into. Get the fuck out of here! No, we're getting into some serious shit here.
Matt brought the childhood up, you know. It's a big
you brought the fucking trauma up when you said 2008, Matt. Okay, I don't want to go back to 2008. It's not fun.
I'm sorry. I was just joking, guys. I came up with the Disneyland joke. I was trying to be funny.
In other news, we were going to talk about
I can't even believe
Pantera
we've managed to go on this long
It's been 47 minutes. And
yeah, it has.
It's like 10.
And our guest hasn't even come on yet.
Topic, yeah.
Wait,
I haven't even. Did I put Martin Matthews joke?
Wait, am I not the guest? We have more guests coming?
We have a guest.
Holy shit.
Oh, man. All right. We were going to talk about the Pantera reunion, and I was going to try to get a Pantera fan on the show, but
like Pantera.
16 Pantera fans I contacted were busy checking in with their parole officers, attending a fucking Klans meeting, or busy working on their bike at Mama's. So I'd figure we could all just try and talk about Pantera, or what's fucking left of them. This looks like, oh god, look at these young stallions ready to hit the road.
Danny Trejo was playing drums.
Yo,
holy shit! I didn't know they had a Nordic fucking Viking in their show. What is this shit?
Zach Wilde.
He's the only guy I've heard of in this shit.
Nordic Viking is.
Who's the asshole with the hat?
I don't know.
I don't like him.
It looks like the dude that used to sing that.
The only original member other than him.
Yeah.
Anybody remember that band and that song? It went.
I'm just saying, like, if
I don't know, you beat on your chest and you're like Matthew McConaughey.
Why'd you let him go on for so long?
Yeah, you're right. I should have kicked his ass off on episode 16. So, anyways, Pantera's embarking on the almighty cash grab pseudo racism tour. I don't think the Abbott
Great
brothers
Southern
would
cash
approve. Look, is this a real comeback reunion tour? Like, is Dimebag rolling over in his?
Two of them are dead. No,
they're fucking dead.
So, but like, they're still Sublime with
dead.
Rome.
Yeah, but you have to understand that Sublime with Rome was. People liked them. People didn't like Pantera.
Somebody likes them.
People like Pantera.
Somebody wants this shit to happen, Bryan.
I've seen a lot of viral videos lately that make me not like Pantera. Actually. There's a lot of things that make me not like them.
Okay, so my whole problem is I don't understand why Texans are so fucking obsessed with Pantera. Like, it's like when I crossed into this godforsaken state just to move here and rape your state of its financial wealth and pretty much just cheap real estate and all your fucking soda and your beer
Not anymore, Matt,
and your cattle and your governor sucks. And I could go on for days, but they asked me at the state line what my favorite Pantera song was.
No,
I told them to shut up and to get me a Mellow Yellow.
No, they did. It's here in Texas. It's God Country.
Did you say
Pantera.
Mellow Yellow?
Yeah,
Mellow Yellow Zero.
Yeah, because isn't the Dimebag and Vinnie Paul are from fucking Arlington? They're Texas born, Texas bred.
And and why does everyone idolize these people so much? Okay, Dimebag Darrell, do you realize how small a dime bag is? That's not even a lot, okay? Like,
It's
what
not.
the fuck is Damage Plan?
Yeah, what is a Damage Plan?
A band after fucking.
If he was so good, he would
Pantera.
still be here, okay? That's all I'm saying.
Well,
Woo!
Okay.
All right.
You're really reaching.
Listen, folks, this was a great show. I'm glad we got to do it for 120 episodes. You know, there were some highs, there were some lows.
It's a perfect example of why you don't go start a side project. I'm looking at you.
Who was he gonna say? Was he about to say Chris Cornell?
Well,
I don't even listen to Chris Cornell. I said Craig.
Craig Owens? Craig Owens?
Dude, you can't shit on drugs.
Yeah, dude, they're killing it. What are you talking about?
I really enjoyed drugs.
I'm not shitting on drugs. I'm just saying Damage Plan is a perfect example of why you don't have a side project.
It's first album or bust for drugs for me.
Well, I mean, drugs, drugs,
the new one was good. The new one was good.
The Drugs Return, I wasn't too hype on, but like drugs, original drugs, I thought it was great. I went and saw them.
I stopped doing drugs in 2013, bro.
I'm proud.
Mostly.
But like,
I think it's dope that fucking Craig is just scathing by allegations. He's just nobody's come after him. I mean, he's untouchable right now. He's just on top of it.
Kyoto's drugs, like he's just.
He can't be stopped, and it's good. His
Craig have allegations?
No, that's just it. You would think, right?
That's
Craig
the
was a wild
whole
child.
story. That he doesn't have them.
Nothing. Clean as a whistle so far. He's just been hanging out.
We're not saying he's an upstanding
Look at Jordan's
citizen.
surprised.
We're
Jordan's...
just saying how.
Yeah, Jordan's fucking surprised.
By the ratio of how many bands this man has had and how many years he's been in the scene wearing skinny jeans singing to 16-year-olds, and he has yet to have a scandal. It's just, it's a fucking monumental feat, really.
Listen,
I'm pretty sure at some point in his life, an Xbox achievement popped up out of nowhere.
It's crazy. It's really crazy when, being a normal human being is just like the most impossible thing ever.
Listen,
like
that is a fucking thing, and that is a thing, and like, it's crazy when something happens, because very rarely when like somebody is like, hey, this person did, but insert allegation here. Anymore now you're like, oh, you too?
That's
like
it's you're surprised.
Honestly, I'm putting my cards on the table on this right now. Like it's kind of like, at least for me, like when that happens, when people get outed, like I'm just like, oh, you too? Like
not surprised. Not surprised.
It happens. It's happened so much that it's almost just at a point where you're just like, it's not that you're not surprised, but it's like sometimes there's somebody where you're like, oh, really? Damn. Like, bro, just because these people are musicians, it doesn't mean they're fucking upstanding citizens. Like, them being able to go write songs does not characterize the human that they are at all. The only person that you can maybe see who that is the vocalist, and that's usually because they're poor and they're fucking soul into
you want to know
whatever it is that they're
hear
doing.
some things like, so I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge fan of Dayseeker, and say what you will about him. I don't know how you guys feel about Dayseeker, but
I know nothing about them.
I think they're a great band. But like it's always sad when you hear like, oh, Rory said this, Rory did this. You know, it's just like shit. Like, well, that sucks. Like literally the other night, like I was talking to a buddy of mine, and we were talking about like that same concept, and it's like Jeremy McKinnon of A Day to Remember, like, isn't the person that you think he is. You know, like he has some like skeletons in his closet, and it's just like, damn, like,
Bro,
you hate to hear it because like you want to enjoy the band as a whole, right? But it's like, I don't know. I feel like the more you kind of get into the industry, it's like the more you figure out, the more you understand, the more you're like, well, that kind of sucks, you know? Like, I don't know. Just it sucks when you hear of a band that
I know,
you really
James.
enjoy.
We did 4 episodes on Dance Gavin, James. We know.
Well, I mean, you have content for days when you're talking about Dance Gavin Dance. So, like,
I wish I didn't. I wish I just had my sanity back. I wish I had back those 43 followers who left.
Yeah,
I was supposed to do live CD reviews tonight, so while you guys keep talking, just keep talking. I'm just going to play some shit on iTunes. Just talk amongst yourselves.
What are you doing? Live CD?
Like,
I promised I'd do CD reviews, so I'll come up with a sentence or two for each of these CDs.
Wait,
okay.
did you say CDs? Or
oh, man, I'm old. I said CDs.
Yeah, you did.
All right, so patient 76. No, patient 67. Whatever. They're from Australia, I believe. They have a new album.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah,
we're doing album reviews like right now.
If you like old Born of Osiris, it's right up your alley.
Okay, but have we heard the new A Day to Remember?
Yes. Miracle?
I refuse.
Why? It's actually really good. It's not anything like You're Welcome.
Because I feel like he's going to take advantage of my ears, James. I feel like he's going to rape my earlobes. That's why.
Didn't they kick that dude out?
Yeah, he also ran over and killed somebody. Let's not forget that. He's a legit murderer.
And that did happen, and he's no longer in the band, and they glossed over it like fucking fine wine.
Let me go see if I have any A Day to Remember merch.
Okay. But no, I honestly thought the new A Day to Remember was fantastic. I felt like it was pure metalcore. It was like something that
it's definitely the new metalcore. Yeah, it's definitely the new.
You're Welcome didn't incorporate
not at all
anything of what they put into that song. So it's like, where did this come from and why? And what's going to happen? Because like, think about the new Beartooth song. Let's be real. I felt like that was new metalcore. Beartooth did something different.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, sick shirt, bro.
Yeah, I bet that guy, Jeremy. And if he didn't sign my name on it, I could sell it to eBay, the cheap bastard.
Fucking OxyClean that shit out.
I should just write to eBay.
All right, but Matt, like, let's be real though. Like, what A Day to Remember put into that song was nothing.
Matt doesn't care.
Okay, all right, well, fuck you. Then,
I'd have to go back and actually listen to it. I mean, I listened to Weecar when I hated him, so I guess I could try that again.
What they did in Miracle was nothing that you saw on You're Welcome, which gets me excited about what's to come.
That's true. What
Beartooth did with Riptide was really not anything that you really heard on Below. So it's like this new wave. And Beartooth and A Day to Remember are about to go on tour in the fall. Like, there's something building and culminating there. So it's like, what is the future of the metalcore scene, right? Like, I think that's a very interesting.
It's definitely not Fame on Fire.
I think that there's
isn't that a cover band? Like, let's you know.
I mean, look, if you want to do metalcore cock rock, get ready to dip your cock in peroxide, because Fame on Fire is like every little like production trick you can do in metalcore to make your band sound bigger, they do on this album, and it doesn't sound that bad. They got a couple guest appearances. Ice Nine Kills on there. That was halfway to salvageable, but that was a fun little ditty.
I just want to give a shout out to our girl Flo Millie. who we covered her fucking music video the other day. She dropped a banger of an album today. Shout out to Flo Millie. I also tagged her up on Twitter. What up, girl?
Bryan's trying to smash.
I'm not, Flo. I'm not. You're just really talented, and you know.
You want to smash?
So, just kidding.
Absurd.
I'm just kidding. No, I don't. It was really good. We actually did a music video reaction to her video, and we liked it. It was one that we weren't anticipating, and it was good. So.
Speaking of wanting to smash, Rico Nasty has a new album.
Rico Nasty, decent. Yes, and she's also on the Flo Millie album.
Boom. The Villa, Michael Bones band, has a new EP out.
No, wait, did that just come out?
Yeah, it just came out. Should I listen to it? I'll tell you if it's good. Give me 13 seconds.
Dude, the most recent single by the Villa was fantastic.
Yeah, it was. They were good. We actually did a reaction video to them too.
Like the songs before that were fine. Shut up, Matt.
We did a reaction video
before that. Were okay, but this latest song, like I'm finding myself listening to like repetitively. Like,
I believe I thumbs down the one we watched
in the cave. I think we all went this way.
Oh no, I was on that. I think I was on that episode like right before you guys reviewed that Villa song.
Maybe.
All right, 13 seconds in, and I'm still unsure if he can actually sing. So, to be continued.
Are you talking about Michael Bone?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think this latest song is kind of a banger, to be honest.
They got the capabilities. I worry about him. This Crimson Apple song, as hot as these chicks look on the album cover and shit, I don't know what the hell they did with the song.
On the topic of the Villa, though, and tell me if I'm like going in a different direction that you guys don't want to go, but like on the topic of the Villa, like before the Villa was a thing, you had Michael Bone's previous project with Teddy Swims. Did you guys listen to that?
Negative.
Was that after Issues?
It was after Issues.
In between this?
In between this.
No.
Okay. So
is this his first attempt at being a frontman? Because that was my question in the reaction
video.
It
wasn't.
Is that he sounded flat as shit, and I was wondering if he was ready to be a frontman or if he just wanted to be a frontman.
So he went and started playing drums for a band called Wild Heart that was fronted by Teddy Swims. Do you guys know who Teddy Swims is?
I know who Teddy Swims is. I've heard of Teddy Swims.
I've heard of Water Parks.
Okay, so Wild Heart, this was actually really cool. And the fact that you guys haven't covered this is kind of interesting because the fact that Issues went from issues with Michael Bone to issues without Michael Bone, and then Michael Bone was like, I want to do something, but I'm going to start playing the drums again because that's like what I enjoy. And then created Wild Heart, and then Teddy Swims fronted that band. They put out 3 songs, and then they like went away because Teddy Swims was really close with Tyler Carter, and it almost makes me feel like Tyler Carter and Teddy Swims were like conspiring against everyone else in the Wild Heart band, and then Teddy Swims left Wild Heart, and Wild Heart went away, and then Michael Bone wasn't doing anything for like 2 years, and then the Villa was created, but members of Wild Heart are in the Villa. It's a whole thing. Like, you guys not focused or
no, dude, we don't cover the scene. I don't know what podcast.
They don't
cover
the scene at all. What do you think? I'm like some fucking pillar to the scene or something?
I went to Sad Summerfest the other day, like kind of like just out of nowhere, and like
he went there ironically. He's still cool.
I don't really listen to like any of the bands though. Like I don't know who like I never listened to Hot Mulligan until then. Like I don't listen to any of this new shit. Like I had never seen Neck Deep. I barely listen to Neck Deep. Like I'm so
these are your new music hit providers, people.
Did you see Magnolia Park, Jordan? Did you watch Magnolia Park?
Yeah, Magnolia Park was
fantastic
awesome.
band.
Hell yeah, yeah, we covered them.
That was like they were dope.
Yeah,
thought they were actually probably one of the more big highlights of the day, just because like, I mean, but for me, like, I was excited to see the Somerset because I listened to them growing up. State Champs because I actually do like some of their shit. Cool. And then Mayday Parade because, you know, obviously everyone was Mayday Parade. Like, that was childhood shit. But like the new pop punk wave, like, I actually had a conversation with the person that I went with. I was like, look, I don't listen to this shit anymore. Like, I hit a stopping point with it. The same with metalcore. Like, honestly, they showed me a lot of metalcore. I don't listen to metalcore anymore. Like, I listen to like pop, rap music. I'll go back and listen to my own nostalgia shit. Like, you know, like the stuff that I grew up on, the Used, Fall Out Boy, the whole that era of the scene. But like, I don't really think a lot of it's that good anymore. And I'm actually kind of curious now to find out. And like, I actually am very interested now to see what the future of it is now. Like, who's going to be that band that can take that fucking leap into like huge rock stardom out of the scene again, like Fall Out Boy or My Chem did, or even Taking Back Sunday eventually did, and not have the pop punk thing ran by MGK?
Well, I have my opinion. I don't know. Maybe y'all would disagree, but I don't think there's a band, at least in the metalcore scene. I mean, pop punk, like there's always like, I think Hot Mulligan is probably the next big thing on like the more like Midwest emo shit that's kind of like popping up. But like on the metalcore side of things, I really think Beartooth is going to be paving the way for bands to follow what they're doing, because I don't think there's a band out there doing what Beartooth.
You don't think Bring Me the Horizon's still kind of influencing what metal bands are doing right now?
Bring Me the Horizon's fantastic.
I feel like they're kind of dictating the trend.
But I feel like they're in their own lane. Like they are. I think they're in their own lane.
That's what I'm kind of saying. They're dictating what people are doing.
Bring Me the Horizon's over here. Like they're literally. So I follow Ollie Sykes on Facebook, and I saw a comment that was posted on one of his posts, and it was like, "Why would you make a song with MGK?" And literally, the only thing Ollie replied to it and just put the money bags emoji, because literally he's in it for the money. Like he's moving more towards like the pop, like things that are gonna get radio play and whatever. Like I wouldn't even consider him like in Bring Me the Horizon part of like the metalcore scene anymore, because they're so, I feel like, disconnected and more on the, I guess, more trendy.
Correct me if I'm wrong here, James, but are you saying that Beartooth is going to shape what the new metalcore genre is going to be?
Yeah.
Bring me's beyond the metalcore genre.
Oh, yeah,
Bring
absolutely.
Me has transcended into like the mainstream commercial area, whereas the new metalcore sound, kind of like a Refused and the Shape of Punk to Come, it's going to be the core sound that the bands are going to be following and kind of blueprinting, kind of like that was for the late 90s, early 2000s, and the early screamo kind of scene. And that does make sense. And The Day to Remember kind of did that with like the happy core, right? Or the pop core around.
I just want to say that the point that you're making about Bring Me the Horizon, of they've transcended and they've moved on to pop and all that stuff, that's exactly why I'm saying that they're dictating what everybody is doing, because they're all trying to get to that level. They would have been, so they're like, oh, well, they got there, so they're doing that. Fuck, let me try and put that in our next song.
No, you're totally right. Like you're right. But the thing is, it's like, look, I mean, the new Beartooth song is poppy. Like it is. Like it has the heavy kind of like doon 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 like breakdown side of things, but like it's poppy. But I don't think they're in the same lane as Bring Me the Horizon. And so when it comes to like the tiers of like, you have Bring Me the Horizon up here. I think they're doing fantastic and they're killing it. But then you got Beartooth here that's kind of leading this pack of bands and new artists.
That pack, Jordan, ain't all going to go mainstream.
No, absolutely not.
They're both saying the same things, but the mainstream sound is going to be exclusive to those that really want to transcend and follow that, whereas Beartooth setting the stage for the core bands that still want to be like core famous. You know, and not to say that that's what, like, fame, I don't necessarily like using that word, but like when you get into, I think, this industry, there is a certain level of authenticity to yourself, right? And not everybody wants to go mainstream. I think people just like to make the music that they enjoy, but you do have to lean into the industry and kind of play what appeals to the industry and the masses as well, right? And Beartooth, I think, is doing the formula that the collective will follow. I think a lot of bands are going to follow that formula, and that's what's going to keep the metalcore scene kind of afloat, if you will. You know, we're not seeing old mid-aughts, Every Time I Die, A Day to Remember, Devil Wears Prada, you know, fucking Bless the Fall style metalcore anymore. It's this new, you know, cleaner popcore kind of sound. Absolutely. And Beartooth happens to have this formula that I think appeals to a bunch of those different subgenres, you know. So
no, and I think you're right, Brian. I think what Beartooth is doing and what they have recently released, like the new era of Beartooth is important, and I think it's worthy of following what's going to happen afterwards, because again, Bring the Horizons up here. They're doing some like big shit. Like I know how much Matt hates MGK, but they're doing music with MGK.
I don't like Beartooth either.
Yeah.
Whatever. But like they're doing stuff with MGK because they can, and that's just is what it is. And I mean, I don't know, whatever, Matt. You can dislike Beartooth all you want. That's cool.
I like some of their shit.
I appreciate the shit out of them. I enjoy them a lot.
For all the years that I've said that they won't be around, they've continued to be around and be
Caleb's
a big
dope
deal
too.
to a lot of people.
So the thing, so like, thing I was saying is I'm just curious about like the future of like who's gonna take stuff, because like Bamboozle Fest is coming back. Like we're starting to, and I would be willing to bet that in the next few years we're probably gonna fucking see Warped Tour making some sort of a return in some form
the
of
festival
fashion,
style, the weekend on the East Coast.
festival style, but we're probably going to see some variation of that because, dude, all of this shit is coming back into the fucking
nostalgia.
Wait, and you're right, Tyler.
He
is a predator.
If Kevin Lyman wants to bring back Warped Tour, it ain't anytime soon.
Every band will get canceled, dude.
I want to talk in 5 years about it. Like, that's my thing.
That's
5 years.
I mean, definitely, because that is enough time for him to like rethink everything that he did with Warped Tour, and then tease it. Because again, our attention spans of things is very low.
Every band has to wear a chastity belt.
Wow.
I've done that.
All right, so I had news on a shitty video game. Should I just skip it and we can get the fuck out of here?
Hey, man, let's bow out. Okay. I was going to say, I think we need to dignify ourselves. And
I need to enroll myself in therapy instead of venting on this stupid show.
What?
Yeah, you heard me.
What does that even mean?
I need therapy. I need to stop attacking people online. And
$100 an hour. I'm a communications consultant.
Shut your whore ass up. You
$100 an hour. I'll help you out. I'll help you out over here, Matt. Talk you through your problems. Trauma talk.
Fucking
pro bono.
croissant bandit.
I'll bandit you. Fucking
Jordan, do you have social media again?
Nah.
I'm sure.
Well, this is what it used to be.
Jordan, after that last show was on, Matt told me you were in a band. But I don't remember.
Here's the Veil.
That was a song that was like Into the Dark or something like that.
Death Cab for Cutie.
Darkest Hour.
What band were you in, Jordan? Because Matt said you were in a band, and I was like, I listened to a song by them, and I can't remember what it was.
I was in a band called Avion Row from about 2011.
And then you guys did a song with Kellen Quinn, right?
That was it. Into
Jordan
the Rest.
has the fondest memories of that song. Be sure to ask him about every detail you want to know about it.
I heard that song like 6 years ago, and I was like, this is kind of a bop. Like, this is a good song. And when Matt told me that, I was like, that's kind of cool. Like, I still have that.
Yeah, at a time.
I still have that saved on Spotify. So
hell yeah.
I don't know.
That second biggest mistake was letting them go.
There wasn't much to do. It was rough. It was there wasn't really much to be done at that point. We had our 2016 flash in the pan, and it kind of fell apart from there. But it's cool. Like we did it was cool to do.
A bright flash, nonetheless, Jordan.
Yeah,
y'all worked your way.
Oh, it was bright. That fucking Into the Rest video, fucking Ring of Lights, was the brightest shit ever. I was like, bro, this shit is hot. Like, they did a fucking behind the scenes video, and in it, like, you can tell I'm just like dying. Like, I'm just like, oh my god. Josh was actually dying. Josh was like throwing up in the bathroom and stuff. It was wild. Shit was crazy.
Well,
people that knew anything about this.
I really enjoyed that song.
I appreciate it.
I wish I had a band for you to listen to years later. If there were more, if you like it so much, maybe this band would still be around. But too bad. James, where can they find you and the Coffee and Sugar podcast? Coffee and Sugar with an H.
That right there. Coffee and Sugar on like literally everything. We're the only Coffee and Sugar spelled with an H. like anywhere.
You're the only coffee-related podcast in metalcore,
and that's unique. You know, like that's pretty neat. And we got like a cool like coffee and sugar.
You
logo.
got a brutal logo. That's sick.
Brutal
yeah,
logo.
I've seen annotations of an Autopsy's
What's
logo too. That's dope.
Just so you know, we're not the only ones that have done this. Just so everyone knows.
Oh, really?
We're not the only ones.
Dude, I was gonna
Oh,
say.
you're not biting? You're not copying? You're not
thought
biting?
you were the first of 1,000 fucking podcasts to do a brutal.
Everybody has used that font now from like every genre. Like it doesn't even matter. Like Lil Uzi Vert has written his name in that font. I think.
If I could, I say if I can explain, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter. But like,
I'm gonna make a pop punk logo.
This was supposed to last like 2 weeks. Like I was like, let's just do this for fun because we already have like a logo. Like it was what it was, and then all of a sudden like. We like launched the
and then we got sued.
Quote unquote rebrand. Oh, yo, it's Justin. I'm here to be.
Yo, check out the new I Hate the Scene t-shirt. I'm here to get sued. #libel.
Libel.
So we did it as a like a cool
like
little
a spoof, like a
like
joke,
spoof,
like
right?
you're being
Yeah,
ironic.
And it
like how I wear a Bass Pro Shop hat ironically, but I truly hate rednecks who wear them daily.
And I'm sure you still wear that
out loud.
You did.
Yeah, you need therapy, Matt.
We did it as like a cool little like rebrand, like fun joke, and then it like stuck, and people really dug it. So we were just like, oh, we're just gonna keep doing it. Like that was just kind of like what it was, and so we made some cool merch, and people bought it, and I don't know. People seem to dig it. And it was actually funny when we were like scheduling interviews and whatnot, like some of the bands that we were interviewing was like, we saw your logo and we really weren't sure what to expect from what it was because of the logo. We thought you guys were like a death metal podcast and we weren't
about coffee.
Yeah. They were very confused, but that tells me it worked. So I was like, from a marketing perspective, it was like, we're doing something right. So.
I'm with you there. We like to confuse our guests prior to booking the interview too, which is why our last podcast, Anal Fucking the Guest, was a fucking wild trip of a podcast.
We just gave no fucks coming into this episode, huh, guys? Wow. Just didn't give any fucks about what we were saying, huh? Okay. Anyways. I'm gonna throw my lower thirds up. You can find me of Bryan of Death.
Y'all said butt sex was funny. I made a butt sex joke.
Yeah.
My podcast with a brand new episode out tomorrow, so check that out at The Common Chaos on Instagram and Twitter and commonchaos.net. I'm gonna see if Matt has his muzzle back on before we put him back into the show here.
What did I say? Which part was bad?
I don't know the entire 8-word sentence that had anal and fuck every 3 words. I don't know.
Matt,
look, we have a list of banned words, and
Matt, you should actually get a muzzle. And
I can't say redacted, but you can just go over the entire Constitution of Sodom, and I can't fucking say
Bryan, I
redacted?
didn't watch Lord of the Rings. I don't know what the fuck that means.
Sodom? You do know what Sodom means, sir. You're
Isn't that the wizard? Isn't that the wizard that they're making the white?
Sodom was the place in the Bible, sir, that was full of sin. Sodom and Gomorrah in the Bible? No? Sodomy?
The Bible.
Sodomy?
It
comes from
has everybody done their like their goodbyes and send-offs and shit?
God. Yeah, you can find us.
I'm not apologizing next week. I don't give a shit how anyone felt about this.
You can find us at I Hate the Scene on Instagram. Don't forget, we're on Twitter, and Matt is grounded from it, so he's not using it. That's right, our unpaid interns are. You can check that out over at Scene
You said
Radio.
You changed the password. I told you that the password Rosa.
We're gonna get him out of here. We're also live video format on Twitch and YouTube. That's right, on Twitch. It's twitch.tv/I Hate the Scene. Facebook, if you want to get into fights with Matt, maybe get sued for some libel, you can check us out at facebook.com/I Hate the Scene.
It's not even fun if I can't talk shit about the.
Exactly. It's not even fun if you can't talk shit about all the plagiarism that takes place because Bradley, what was his name?
I heard New Fury Media is giving out free lawsuits. Can I have one?
Bradley
Wait, keep that up on the screen. Keep that up on. That is hilarious.
What is his name? Bradley DeLon?
Oh,
Bradley
God.
Walden from Emarosa?
Bradley Walden from Emarosa?
No.
Matt, what's the YouTube? You got to feed your kids. What's the YouTube?
YouTube's the most important. YouTube.com/c/IHateTheScene. Make sure you follow. Brian, did you give out your Roblox account?
I did, yeah.
Okay, good.
I was good. I got my all figured out. Okay, cool.
You didn't have to go to any of those Jan 6 trial hearings, right?
No, I didn't. No. I was good.
Okay, good. I guess infiltrating it virtually doesn't count, right?
For the love of God.
Yeah, no.
Hey, everyone, follow New Furry Media. FURR.
New Furry. Yes.
Ho! Because someone's getting fucked in a bear suit tonight.
Okay, we're out, guys.
Bear suit
Bye-bye.
guys are bear
Hold on,
suits.
no, I was gonna tell the Chunk story. So Chunk has this girl, right? And
Oh my God.
You don't know